Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
Right now on Good Day Orlando at 8, a live look this morning at St. Peter's Square as preparations are made for the funeral of Pope Francis. We're going to have details on what happens next.
Plus, one local mall launching a program just for teens, when and where they can hang out. We'll talk about those details coming up. And Fox 35's David Martin finding something new to love about Florida. David, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan. We are celebrating Earth Day here at the Hard Rock Hotel, Daytona Beach. We're going to show you how you can be part of the Jeep Beach Coastal Cleanup 2025 live on the 8 o'clock hour of Good Day!
Especially for 8 in the morning. It's a lively group out there. That's good stuff.
Huge crowd.
It's always a good event. We're going to focus in with David later in the show. Good morning, Tuesday morning. I'm Ron Elijah.
And I'm Amy Coffett. We're so glad you're here. Let's check in with meteorologist Brooks Garner. And hot and dry for the beach cleanup today. Hey there, Brooks.
But beautiful. Hey, good morning, Amy. Lots of sunshine. Weather not a factor for you. This afternoon gets hot, though. Highs near 90. It's a beautiful 66 in Ocala right now. We'll warm up to 71 by 9, 84 by noon, and up to 90 there by 3 o'clock. Just some high wispy clouds. No rain in the forecast till probably the first week of May. Here's a live view from Mount Dora. Still lots of water in the lake despite the moderate to severe drought around our region. Certainly a lot of lawns and gardens are looking pretty dry right now. 67 in Kissimmee, 66 degrees Daytona Beach. Let's get you out the door. Your bus stop forecast right now. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Weather not an issue as the kids head home on the school bus this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Or you got to pick them up. It's going to be toasty, but a dry heat. The temperatures hovering around 89 degrees. Coming up, we'll look ahead to that forecast next month, which is only about 9 days away, to try and find some semblance of drought relief. In the meantime, the commute continues, and Jessica Dobson continues to track the traffic.
Yeah, so far we've had some issues on I-4, which is pretty typical for us. Haven't had too many major incidents. This is a live view of downtown Orlando at the Mousetrap, so the interchange of I-4 at the 408, and we can see that traffic is certainly slowing down with some congestion there as you make your way eastbound. We are now up to about an hour and 20 minutes if you are heading in from US 27 to downtown Orlando. All right, Amy, Ryan, I'll send it back over to you.
All right, Jessica Brooks, thanks. Well, happening today, the man accused of killing and abusing 13-year-old Maddie Soto is expected back in court.
Stephen Stearns is asking a judge to delay his upcoming court hearing. Fox 35's Amanda McKenzie is live right outside the courthouse there in Osceola County. And Amanda, what can we expect to happen today?
Well, according to his attorneys, they say they have new confidential information and that they need more time to be able to process this evidence before tomorrow's suppression hearing. A hearing is set for today at 11:15 a.m. to discuss whether or not to delay tomorrow's suppression hearing. We'll be in the courtroom to let you know what happens. Reporting live from the Osceola County Courthouse, Amanda McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
Thank you, Amanda. The Vatican announcing the cause of the death of Pope Francis. He died Monday of a stroke and heart failure. He was 88.
Yeah, the Vatican announcing this morning the Pope's body will be moved to a public viewing tomorrow morning. His funeral will be on Saturday. The Vatican has released the first images of the Pope following his death. It shows the pontiff in a wooden casket dressed in red vestments as well. There will be 9 days of official mourning before a successor is chosen. The Pope wished to be buried in Rome at the Basilica of St. Mary Major. Then the election of a new Pope would begin. 120 cardinals all have to be under the age of 80 will vote in the conclave. It's a secret ballot. The candidate would need 2/3 of the vote to win. The process will begin within 15 to 20 days.
Well, trouble on the tarmac. Video sent to Fox 35 showing the moment a Delta plane engine caught fire on the ground at Orlando International Airport. It happened with 282 passengers on board. The passengers were forced to evacuate, and to make matters worse, witnesses say only one of the emergency slides was working. Some passengers waited for boarding stairs to be brought over to the plane, and according to witnesses, some passengers decided to jump off the aircraft. The flight was heading to Atlanta. We spoke to a mom who was on board with her mother and son.
He asked us, says, "Mom, are we going to die?" I was like, "No, not today." And even some of the staff was panicking. You had kids, you had adults who were having anxiety attacks. It was rough.
The FAA confirms the fire started with one of the engines on the right side of the plane. According to Orlando International Airport, 3 people did have to go to the hospital with minor injuries.
Pretty traumatic event for everyone on board.
Scary stuff. Commissioners in Orange County meeting today, and we're monitoring 3 big items on the agenda.
We are indeed. Fox 35's Marley Capper has a look at what we can expect.
Marley, thank you. Happening today, jury selection continues in the resentencing trial of 2 men who killed 6 people over an Xbox. This was more than 20 years ago. They were originally sentenced to death before Supreme Court justices overturned it. Jury selection started yesterday for a new sentencing trial. Back in 2006, Troy Victorino and Jerron Hunter were convicted of murder and sentenced to death. The Florida Supreme Court overturned the sentence because the jury was not unanimous on the death sentence. And then a state law was passed 2 years ago saying juries did not have to be unanimous. Only 8 jurors out of 12 needed to agree and vote for death.
Well, Oviedo Mall launching a program for teens. It's actually relaunching this. Last year, the mall was considering a chaperone program. We told you that last week. The Mall Teen Club program is scheduled to start in May. It was put out there in 2023, but was put on pause. The Oviedo Mall saying this comes after recent disruptive behavior and some vandalism. The program is going to offer things like photography lessons, a book club, and other classes. All right, 8:09 this morning. Let's check in with David Martin. Found something new to love about Florida.
Well, Ryan, Elijah, it is a glorious day to be live this morning on the Atlantic Ocean, home to our favorite Hard Rock Hotel, Daytona Beach. Why are we here? Because we are kicking off the Jeep Beach Coastal Cleanup 2025. You too can be a part of this. You don't need a Jeep. Although Jeeps are a lot of fun to have on the beach, aren't they? You can come down here on foot, just like our friends from the Culture Club here are doing. They've got their bags, they've got their unique tools to pull the garbage off the beach. They're gonna make this look pristine and beautiful. You can do this too over the next 3 days. We'll show you how live, coming up here on Good Day Orlando. Don't go anywhere.
We have the largest team of meteorologists in Central Florida. It is really great to have somebody like Jessica on the team. She brings a perspective that we may not have otherwise. Noah brings a real passion to this storm team. It really helps to push us over the edge. TJ is our bow tie guy, both literally and figuratively. Not only does he tie a great knot, he ties the forecast together for us every day. Laurel is a really strong player in our team. She brings a focus and a dedication to the forecast. Depend on the Fox 35 storm team.
Good Day Orlando, sponsored by Launch Credit Union. Go beyond.
Welcome back, 8:13 on this Tuesday morning, April 22nd. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner, and this is Good Day Orlando. We've got a great day outside weather-wise. It'll be on the warm side, low humidity, highs around 90, and some passing high clouds. Launch Credit Union camera, Port Canaveral looking beautiful. A steady pattern lay ahead. Highs near 90 all week. Drought and fire threat expanding, but some welcome showers on the way for early May. 72 right now for Julie in Cocoa Beach, our Fox 35 weather spotters. Michael Ovens in Palm Bay. Earlier this morning, we shared one of his pictures of Snap the Sun. Now we're sharing his temperature with 64 degrees. 64 for Lynn Long in Gotha this morning. Let's talk about our out the door forecast on this 22nd of April. We're going to see temperatures rapidly warming up from 77 at 10 up to 87 by 2. It is going to be an air conditioning kind of an afternoon. High wispy clouds taking the edge off of what otherwise would be a day with highs in the low 90s. We'll top out near 90, but who's counting, right? To the north, we got some rain tantalizingly close, but too far away to bring any impacts here from Birmingham to Atlanta, up through Chattanooga and the Smokies of Tennessee and North Carolina. Here's a live view from Watauga Lake. I pronounced it earlier Watauga Lake, but a viewer who is familiar with that area corrected me. It's Watauga Lake, and that's near Hampton, Tennessee. A beautiful shot there. The rain falling. All we can do is look at the weather cameras and dream about how nice that would feel on the skin and how pretty these views of the Tennessee mountains would be. What a shot. I feel like this is like a Tennessee tourism ad or something like that. But anyway, it looks nice. Rain or shine? All right, speaking of shine, let's come back here to the Chamber of Commerce weather at Daytona Beach for Jeep Week here on Daytona Beach going through Sunday. It's just picture perfect. Not much wave action though. Waves about 1 to 3 feet. We may see some 3-footers coming in on the high tide at 4 o'clock this afternoon. That's our next tide. Rip current risk moderate. Air temperature about 82. So yeah, we're gonna have many Jeeps. Now earlier, there was an estimation of about 25,000 Jeeps as part of this event. And if you have about, say, 60 little rubber duckies on the dashboard per Jeep, You know how they have the little rubber ducks on the Jeep dashboard? That would equal 1.5 million rubber duckies. That's a lot of rubber duckies on Daytona Beach. 70 degrees at 9 o'clock, up to 82 by 4. Grill to grill sunshine. It's a Jeep thing, right? High pressure means it's a drought thing. We're not going to see any rain around here until maybe the early part of May because that high pressure weakens, allowing little storm systems in the upper levels to work into Florida. And what that will do is allow for some afternoon showers to develop with daytime heating and humidity. We'll see a southeast wind by May 1st, resulting in a couple of showers. And during that first week of May, we may catch a couple of thunderstorms with some localized heavy rains. The only threat would be the lightning, because lightning ironically can cause more fires this time of year because things have been so dry. While the rainy season usually holds off until the end of May for its kind of soft start, we may get a little bit of a preview here in early May. All right, let's talk 7-day forecast. 90 degrees or thereabouts for the next 7 days. Today officially is Earth Day. We know every day is Earth Day, but today is the day designated since, I think, 1970. 92 degrees will be the high on Sunday, so as we look ahead, heat will build, as you might imagine it does, toward the end of April. All right, Skyfox traffic time. Let's take a look at it. Jessica Dobson is in. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. We do have a new crash report. 2 lanes are blocked off. This is going to be on US 1, so essentially Cocoa Boulevard in the northbound direction at King Street, that intersection there. So that is going to be where we see some yellow, some small delays taking shape in that particular spot of Brevard County. Here's a live view of Skyfox, which has been cruising along near the attractions area. We have seen some hit and miss backups in this particular spot. We can see that is due to the congestion as you're heading into the downtown Orlando area. And if maybe you're heading out to the theme parks today, generally speaking, the westbound direction's in better shape than certainly the eastbound direction of I-4 if you're south and west of Orlando. So you're up to about a 36-minute commute if you're on I-4 from Champions Gate into downtown. The attractions downtown, though, if you're heading in that direction, about 18 minutes, and then Lake Mary to downtown up to 23. So starting to see some bigger backups take place as we reach the peak of our commute. All right, let's get a check now of some of our gas prices, and this is one of the better deals we've had this morning. This is one driving a little ways for because I've been seeing over $3 now. It's ticked back up, but this is at $2.79, and you can find it at the Circle K at Lake Buena Vista, in Lake Buena Vista on South Apopka Vineland Road. All right, guys, I'll send it back over to you at the desk.
Thank you so much, Jess. Building Central Florida business is booming on the Space Coast, from new businesses to real estate developments. And one man behind it all, he might surprise you, but maybe not. If you know him, you won't be surprised. He is known for his success with a mega popular group, the Backstreet Boys, but behind the scenes, he has been working for years with his brother John to help develop real estate here in Central Florida. And joining us right now is Howie D himself, voted most talented from the class of 1991 at Edgewater High School. Maybe one of your proudest accomplishments. Edgewater High, that's a huge boost for that school.
That's right.
I know they're all watching.
Yeah, go Eagles. Very proud to be a native Floridian from Orlando, Florida.
We love you. Oh my gosh, you have so much on your plate. I don't know how you keep all the balls in the air, but you do it really well. Howie D, well, congrats on the show in Vegas. That's a lot of fun. Congrats on the restaurant and all of your real estate projects. Super proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much. Always appreciate the local support. You guys take care.
We love you. Thanks for making Central Florida home. Howie D from the Backstreet Boys. All right, let's check in now with David Martin, and he is joining us live this morning at Jeep Beach. He is just up the coast from where Howie D is. Hey there, David.
We are. Good morning there, Amy. We're demonstrating to you what you might do if you bring your Jeep up to the Hard Rock Hotel in Daytona Beach this morning. This beautiful hybrid Jeep is getting his bag, his cleanup bag, for the next couple of hours. The Jeep Beach Coastal Cleanup 2025. You got it from our friends at Tread Lightly. They are a nonprofit promoting responsible off-roading for the Jeepers. And when those big bags get filled with garbage, and they will because there's trash out there on the beach, it will eventually wind up back here in this dumpster. We'll show you how you can get involved as well. Coming up live on Good Day Orlando. Don't go anywhere.
Good Day Orlando, sponsored by Launch Credit Union. Go beyond.
Well, starting tonight, cashless tolls only. The Central Port Expressway Authority and E-Pass are expanding cashless collection. So every night from 10 until 6 a.m., tolls will be cashless. Now, you have to pay through an E-Pass or SunPass account, or you'll be billed pay by plate. Already more than 98% of toll transactions are cashless. And it's a good day to help clean up the earth because today is Earth Day. It's every year on April 22nd, which is today. It started back in 1970. Organizers say since then, they've been mobilizing more than 1 billion people to protect the planet. And so we'll keep that in mind. Let's check in right now with David Martin, who is on. David Martin is coming up in just a bit. We'll be back.
Good Day Orlando, sponsored by ABC Home and Commercial Services. Pest-free living starts here. Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
New at 8:30, new rules are on the table that could change the game when it comes to paying college athletes. We're going to see what's in the works coming up.
Also talking to a local police chief about a 33-year-old cold case that they just cracked. We're going to tell you about advances in DNA technology and how it could solve other cases.
And it's going to be another hot day, another dry day across Central Florida. There's a high risk of more brush fires coming up. We're going to talk about how local counties are trying to prevent the next one from sparking. We've been talking about this for weeks, and it's not gotten much better at all. These two certainly know that because they followed the weather conditions closely.
That's right, and the drought's not going anywhere. It's only getting worse, and once we get into the thunderstorm season, then we'll have lightning-caused brush fires before it gets wet enough out there to try and stop that blaze spread.
I feel like this is abnormally a long time, though, without any rain.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I know it's dry season. It just seems like it's stretched out longer than normal.
Yeah, usually I think Brooks would probably know this a little bit better, but usually it feels like we have, at least a couple of hit and miss systems or just even light rain, but it's been just bone dry, I feel like.
Yeah, some springs are drier than others. This is certainly one of those.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's talk about the weather. So sunshine abound. The good news in the forecast is if you have any outdoor plans, you don't have to worry about rain or storms. Live view from Mount Dora. Plenty of water out there on Lake Dora this morning and on Lake Mineola. 66 in the Villages, 65 right now in Sanford. We've got 67 degrees in Kissimmee. Our Fox 35 weather spotters confirming the mild weather. Deanna Smith up in Dixie County, 61. Scott in Summerfield, 68. Joel in Claremont started off the day with 60, warming things up pretty fast this morning. 72 for Julie in Cocoa Beach. Pete in South Chase, 65, and 64 for Michael Evans in Palm Bay. Downtown, high clouds will be in the skies through the day today, but no rain to be found. The closest rain's actually way up in North Georgia, and that's from where these clouds originate, as we've got a little system up there. So hour by hour, we'll go from 73 at 10 up to 90 by 5. So as you head out for lunchtime, it's hovering around 80. It's going to be a beautiful morning, beautiful lunch hour, but as you head home, you're probably going to have the AC on because it's going to be blow dryer hot. No humidity, just dry and 90. Coming up, we'll talk about when the rain may come back, but it may actually hold off till May. You see what I did there? A lot of mays in the forecast. Maybe. All right, Jessica, how's it looking out there in the world of traffic?
I see what you did there. Let's talk traffic because we do have some pretty big backups taking place at Champions Gate on I-4. Pretty typical. This is our trouble spot, but this is a live view from Skyfox where it is showing that we are having and running into some of those issues there. Traffic just moving at a crawling pace, and that is going to be where we also have construction in the area, so just really not an ideal setup there. But in terms of your drive time, up to an 80-minute commute, so that's about an hour and 20 minutes. We've got those slowdowns near US 27, but also once you head into Champions Gate, and then a few slowdowns as well, very close to downtown Orlando as you're heading eastbound on I-4. But once you're heading through the Beachline area near the malls, the outlet malls, that is, you're in good shape. But once you get back into downtown Orlando, you start to see those backups pick back up. All right, 8:33. I'll send it back over to you, Ryan and Amy.
Jessica Brooks, thanks. Well, as we were talking with Jessica Brooks, dry conditions continue to really fuel the fires like this in Central Florida. This one we're looking at is in Palm Bay that happened earlier this week.
To help prevent these fires, a burn ban could go into effect today for Brevard County. And Fox 35's Morgan Parrish joining us live from Titusville. And Morgan, Brevard County joining several other local counties, all trying to deal with this high danger of fire.
Amy, good morning. Yeah, so it's pretty dry out, and take a look at this county map. You can see all the other areas where there's already that burn ban in effect. So we're looking at Orange County, Seminole, Lake, Polk, Volusia, and like you said, a burn ban effect could be coming here to Brevard County. We're keeping an eye out on that. And Florida Forest Service says in the last week alone there have been 60 wildfires charring about 1,300 miles. So again, we're going to keep an eye out to see if that effect goes into place today here in Brevard County. Of course, we'll keep keep you guys updated. For now, send it back to you guys in the studio.
Morgan, thanks for the live update. We will check in with her a little bit later. Well, new this morning, major changes could be coming to the world of college sports. Drastic landscape changes happening now. The NCAA approving several rule changes that will go into effect into a multi-billion-dollar U.S. House settlement that is with the House there. It's approved. The changes would eliminate more than 150 rules, which would allow schools to directly pay student athletes, including for name, image, and likeness. Schools would have until June 15th to opt in. Those that do would be allowed to offer up to $20.5 million directly to athletes for the upcoming school year. So many changes with college sports. And we are in the middle of Jeep Beach 2025, and today, as we know, is Earth Day.
It's a great opportunity to help clean up Daytona Beach. David Martin is joining us live. He is there this morning in the back of a Jeep on the sand. You have the best job ever. We're all jealous as usual. Hey, David.
Well, it is a glorious day, Amy and Ryan. Let's get our Jeeps moving. What do you say there, Kevin? This is a beautiful hybrid, by the way. A Jeep Beach edition of the hybrid Jeep. I might want to buy one of these myself this week. I've got some guests in the Jeep with me. Say hello to Michelle. How you doing, Michelle?
I'm doing excellent. How about yourself, David?
Good. Michelle's in charge of sales at the Hard Rock Hotel Daytona Beach, which we love very much. And in the front seat, I've got my friend Charlene, who's the CEO of Jeep Beach. Good morning, Charlene.
Good. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning to you. I love it so much. All right, so Ryan and Amy, I got to send it back to you. I am struggling with communication out here. I can't hear the show anymore. I think we might be in a dead zone for the show.
No. Could be. But you know what? We're in the sand. It's a beautiful morning, and we're helping our community.
If I can't hear the show, that means I'm not really having to be part of the show anymore. So maybe I'll just hang out with you, get a suntan and a beer. Kevin's nodding his head. That's a good idea. I can't hear you, Ryan and Amy, but I'll send it back to you in the studio. We'll see you in the next hour.
Free pass for David if you can hear. Good stuff.
We could hear him crystal clear. He sounded great.
Of course, if you're in the beach, you want to be streaming GDO, but I mean, he's got friends.
That's right. That's right. He's got friends in low places, high places, every place.
And on the beach.
We'll be right back.
When news breaks.
This is not a drill. This is the real thing.
By far the worst damage we have seen.
This was the result of street racing.
This is one of the trees investigators say a car hit.
Live wherever you are.
Reporting live in Brevard County. Reporting live in Tavares.
Reporting live in Volusia County.
Fox 35 News, streaming free with Fox Local. The Mission Control Camera is sponsored by Launch Credit Union.
Well, this is fascinating. From Central Florida's True Crime Files, a cold case from St. Cloud was just cracked. Back in 1991, investigators found the body of 27-year-old Julia Sue Willabanks after police say she was stabbed 17 times. A key piece of evidence, blood on her shorts. In the past, investigators were unable to link it to a suspect, but now we've seen advances in DNA technology, helping police track down family members related to the alleged killer. This led to a 72-year-old Gene Stoller from Apopka, who is now charged with murder. Let's bring in now St. Cloud Police Chief Douglas Gierke. Chief, good to be with you this morning. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, important.
I finally have some closure.
As you said, it's a team effort and great job for your detectives. St. Cloud Police Chief Douglas Gierke, thanks for joining us and congratulations.
Have a blessed day. Thank you.
You as well. 8:47 is the time. Amazing how some of that technology is changing. There's a great look at the tourist district this morning. As we had to break, that's a Hyatt Regency Orlando camera. Much more still ahead this morning on Good Day Orlando.
Today's Weather Baby is sponsored by attorney Dan Newlin.
Welcome back. 8:50 now in Brevard County. 5 decades of pollution being removed from the Indian River Lagoon.
Yeah, we're not talking about the normal issues you think about like muck and things. We're talking tires. Hundreds taken off the island near Cocoa Beach there. In fact, it's off Cocoa Beach. Already more than 300 removed from the site. You can see what they're dealing with. 200 to 300 still piled up and waiting. There's a group called Waterway Warriors and said their goal is to keep trash out of the Indian River Lagoon. And they've really never worked on a project quite like this.
Everyone got out there originally with pitchforks and shovels and grappling hooks and were able to dig them out from the sand. Apparently, back in the early 70s, they were trying to prevent erosion of some of the 1,000 Island Preserve islands. That is also rusting and creating elements and particles that go into the water, creating a toxic environment for the animals.
And Waterway Warriors is now working with the county using a grant to recycle more than 500 tires. The rest of those will be removed from the island next month. So, Brooks, it is Earth Day, and those are the projects that make a big difference.
Oh, my goodness, that is true. That's a lot of waste out there. Well, Daytona Beach right now is looking beautiful. We've got high clouds, a nice sunny day on the way today. Don't forget the sunscreen if you're working outside or enjoying the beach. The Hard Rock Hotel cam picturing just a very serene looking ocean state right now. Not much in the way of waves. We'll see most waves around 1 foot, but we could see waves up to 3 feet as the tide comes in around 4 o'clock for the high tide. Southeast winds at 10, water temperature at 73, air temperature 82. A moderate risk for rip currents later on today. Well, it is Jeep Beach through Sunday, and that is a big Jeep week that is continuing all week long, and it's going to be grill to grill sunshine from 78 degrees at noon up to 82 by 4. Just a perfect day to be out there enjoying the sights and the sounds and all those little miniature rubber duckies on the dashboards. 70 degrees in downtown Orlando right now, and our weather spotter, Gene, in Melrose, checking in this morning with 61 degrees. Jim in the Villages, 59 for a low, and Gene Bullock in Deltona earlier today, 57. So getting out the door this morning, here we are in the approaching the middle part of the morning on this Tuesday, April 22nd. Kids are off to school by now, and maybe you're heading out to do some errands or go to the park with the little ones. We're going to see about 82 at noon, so a pleasant rest of the morning into midday, but then becoming arguably kind of hot this afternoon, up to 87 by 2, and then topping out near 90 in Orlando this afternoon. High clouds thanks to a southwest flow aloft, and it's all related to a system back here across Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina. It's a stationary front. Not going to come any farther south than it currently is, but it is producing a lot of rain. It's tantalizingly close as far as the scale of the world goes. It's only about a 7 or 8 hour drive to the north, and it looks pretty. This is a live view in Tennessee from the Hampton area, looking at a beautiful lake there, the clouds and the mountains and the raindrops falling. We can only imagine what that would be like, because high pressure anchored off of Florida is deflecting all these weather systems before they can make any inroads into the Sunshine State. But as we head into the end of this month, that high pressure system is going to weaken, allowing little weather systems aloft to make their way in, kind of chipping away at the drought, and eventually resulting in a couple of showers and thunderstorms for the first week of May. So at the turning of the calendar, we're going to have a little bit of a change in the weather pattern, a preview of the rainy season. Looking ahead, here's May 1st, and we'll have a couple of showers. And as we go through the week and the weekend of that first week of May, we'll have some periods of downpours, maybe even some thunderstorms, depending on how it all comes together. Now, the rainy season, when the heat and the humidity of the day leads to daily afternoon showers and storms, doesn't usually kick off till the end of May and to sometimes the middle of June, but we get a little bit of a preview of it. It's called a quasi-rainy season setup for us. So we're looking forward to that. But the only catch is that can bring lightning, and lightning this time of year often brings fires. Now, as long as Florida has been, way before it was a state, it has burned in the springtime with these dry seasons and the lightning. In fact, a lot of our ecology has developed around thunderstorms. Various species of pine need fire to germinate, and the gopher tortoise needs free range to roam in the flatwoods, and it can't do so with dense brush. So fires are all part of nature. It's just that we've built our homes near these urban-rural interfaces, and it can pose a big problem for us. So it's not out of the realm of ordinary to have long, dry stretches like this, and we've certainly got one continuing through this week before the weather changes in about 10 days. All right, let's take a look at our weather baby this morning. Yeah, we've got a cute one here. Ann Benway from Leesburg sitting in this picture of her Cameron Ernest. He loves all foods. He loves his two big brothers, and he loves making messes and being outside. I call that a well-rounded young man. Well, go to fox35orlando.com/weatherbabies. Upload your photos there. We'll feature them here on Good Day Orlando. That'll do it for me. Jessica's got a last look at our Skyfox traffic as well. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Brooks. I do want to show you the latest view of one of our cameras. This is going to be at the 528 and at the interchange of US 1 in Brevard County, so very close to the Cocoa area. I know it's a little blurry and hard to tell, but there is a fire truck, and we had earlier a fire that was a vehicle fire, and we could actually see the flames and the black smoke. So they have since put that fire out, from what we can tell. Maybe some lingering smoke in the area, but it is causing some delays in that particular spot. Also want to show you another incident. This is where we've got a couple of lanes blocked off at the 414. So this is going to be very close there to, well, it is Maitland Boulevard, but not too far off from the Piedmont area. So that's going to be a spot where it's already quite congested there. So this is kind of adding insult to injury in this particular spot. So just a couple of things to keep in mind on your morning commute. And lastly, do want to show you some of our drive times because those are in the red, unfortunately, up to about 75 minutes now. A little better than a little while ago. We're still looking, though, at around an hour and 25 minutes, just about if you are heading in from US 27, or hour and 15 minutes, I should say. But we were at an hour and 20. I'd give yourself about an hour and 20 at least if you're heading in from US 27 on I-4 eastbound. All right, I'll send it back over to you, Amy and Ryan.
Jessica, thanks. Little patience needed in that area, as we see many times. Well, stay with us. Much more still to come on Good Day Orlando. We're moving into the 9 o'clock hour. We're in Volusia County for Earth Day.
And we're going to be checking back in with David Martin, who has been having a good time on the coast, making the earth a cleaner place. And Marley Capper heading to D Ranch Preserve in Osteen. She's going to show some of the new trails you can explore on this Earth Day. It's all coming up in our next hour. Don't go away.
Your bus stop forecast is sponsored by Orange County Library System.